Good morning and welcome once again. You're still listening to your frequency of Champions Sports Radio W.9 FM, and I welcome you once again to video assistant referee VAR right here. Yinka Idele's name. Yinka Sports, yes, the sharp recipe, basic score at the Sports Spectacles, and we're still locking things down right on the show at this point in time. Well, you can actually get to watch live and listen on Facebook. Our Facebook fan page once again is Sports Radio Brilla FM. You can also join the discussion right on our Twitter handle Brilla FM 889. On the phone line 0700000889. We have something about Liverpool at this point in time. Stephen Nicole feels Liverpool's defense is no longer as strong as it was before now, and that Liverpool will have a problem this coming campaign. Despite the fact that they still have Virgil van Dijk there, he feels Liverpool's defense has lost its invisibility. And now we're going to take a look at this. Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree with Stephen Nicole that Liverpool's defense has lost its invisibility? Well, I'm not alone in the studio. Man Wisabi is also very much right here, and together we'll of course take a look at this, and the fans will also have a taste of the pie. Yes, have their contribution noted as well right on the show. So welcome once again, as I also indeed bring on board Man Wisabi, my strike partner, right on the show this point in time. One man who indeed really inspire, yes, Yinka Sport to get into Sesquipedian grandiose use of words once again. You're welcome, Man Wisabi. It is good to have you on the show.
Good morning. Good morning, Yinka.
Why did you give that a reaction?
Which reaction?
Now, I say you inspire me to operate at the level where
good morning.
Okay.
I've greeted you.
Okay, well, come up with Sesquipedian, words and grandiose, very, very big words. Okay.
In the Sesquipedian and the Gragra.
This is Sesquipedian. Okay, it's not
Gragra. They go, Gragra.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's just something I love about having Mawisabi by my side. He inspires that, times that number frequently. Okay, good to have you on the show. Welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, this is
You're welcome.
As my dear says, Liverpool defense
have they lost their invisibility?
Yes.
Okay. Okpe says they have lost his invisibility. I decided to throw this out first to get someone from the fans, and I'll come to Mawisabi. Do you agree that with Stephen Nicole? Yeah. Stephen Nicole has given a submission that Liverpool has actually lost their invincibility, and I will of course give you a background to that and why he's actually saying that. Then you will of course give us your take on what you think about this. Well, former Liverpool midfielder, the man of course I've mentioned is a 4-time league winners. He says since the restart, the defense has lost its invisibility and could be suspect against opposing teams this season, hence calling for possible reinforcement in that regard. Steve Nicole says Liverpool should be worried about the Reds' defense. And using your VAR, do you agree with Stevie Nicole, a league winner? So he's eminently qualified to talk about things by virtue of the complete experience he has at that level.
Thank you very much, Yinka Sports. We're using my VAR today, made in Olu. Yinka, I don't hear what Stephen Nicole talk. He don't come out talk, say yes, I'm a Liverpool coach, but then try buy more defenders, strengthen their defense. So the way it be now, these are old defenders them, they don't lose their invisibility. For me, I don't agree with them at all. I don't agree. I know why he talk that one. Okay, he talk because of the Community Shield Cup where they lose against Arsenal. That's why he talk so.
But before that Arsenal game, they had a game against Red Bull Salzburg and it ended in a 2-2 draw. They considered 2 goals.
Yes.
The verge of losing.
Yes. But you can spot. Listen. See how these things they work. But when I remember, say that's friendly games. Okay, that na friendly game against Salzburg. Na friendly game. Okay, waiting be friendly game. Waiting coach want see first. He want see how in team
will line up.
How in team they line up. How do they arrange yourself? How do they play as a unit? That is the first thing first. So you're not gonna take that one because of those 2 games. Can't they just Liverpool defense now? No, because waiting I know they say their defense still there intact. They still there as in day. So for me, I think Liverpool defense still there very, very strong. Any striker we play against that defense, in body go tell her. So if you talk about whether they don't lose their invisibility, for me, I disagree with that.
All right, thank you very much. Man Wisabi says Liverpool's defense is still as irrepressible and impregnable and obdurate as it can be.
Maybe that's why I talk. Right? You talk down. Continue.
You say what?
I hear you talk so. I talk now. You say,
That's what you said.
where I just speak all this big ground. For where?
Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that man. That's what he said.
Me I speak this big ground when they talk now. That's why I talk now.
By inference and deductive reasoning.
No, by what you call them, by friends, and what you call them, leave friends, yeah. Look what I talk. Talk what I
Okay.
talk.
Do you agree with Stephen Nicole that Liverpool's defense has lost its invisibility? Man Wisabi is the only person that can actually drive me to being to the point of hysterical laughter at times. See what I'm dropping down my eye. Okay, good morning. Good morning to you.
Hello, morning.
Welcome to VR.
Maurice, I greet you.
I greet you, my brother. I greet you. No be sporting.
I don't miss this your voice. So this is voice of you.
Well done.
Using my VAR from Camp Nou, my guess is over the line. What he said. The defense is still tight. The defense is tight. Even if we even watch the team against Arsenal, Liverpool gave them all the old kind of. The defense, the Arsenal forward didn't really attack. Not that they did not, but it didn't really trouble them like I think everyone is going to fall. The defense is still okay. No doubt, you can still pass. You can still just put one or two helping hands, extra tires in the back, buying player. Even if you even win all trophies in the world, but you still kind of, and they'll definitely go through fatigue and everything. But saying what he said, no, the defense is not as bad as you pictured it or you painted it like that.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So that's another caller who indeed really, of course, is in consonance and agreement or concordance with Mawisabi's submission as far as Liverpool's defense is concerned. Really, 0700000889. Someone is in agreement with you, is in concordance. That's what I'm saying. Okay, feel free to join the discussion. Do you agree with Stephen Nicole? And by extension, now Mawisabi that Stephen Nicole actually says they've lost their invisibility. So Mawisabi vehemently disagrees with Stephen Nicole, takes a very strong stand. We have a dichotomy already established by virtue of this. We're asking, do you agree or disagree? Which side of the divide do you fall into? Nicole's side, or if I is his side? Mawisabi, a dichotomy has been established already, all thanks to you. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Yinka, and good morning to Maurice.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my name is Abdul.
You're welcome, Abdul.
The question should even be, was Liverpool's defense even invisible before?
Abdul, we don't set them. Help us answer them. You don't have to reset them for us.
Okay. And if you look at it, Liverpool defense has always been, without Van Dijk, that defense has always been slacking. If you look at even before they won the league, the previous season, what made them to fall short? They were 7 points clear, I think. What made them not to win that league? It was just due to defensive errors. They'll be leading them, they will allow the other team to equalize. So when you say a team is invincible, if you look at teams like, if you go back in the day like AC Milan, you look at the combination of Maldini and Nesta. You know, if you remove Maldini, Nesta is still there to lead and still coordinate. If you remove Nesta, Maldini is there. But now if you remove Van Dijk, is it Joe Gomez and who again, Matip, who would you say would coordinate that defense?
Matip really had it very good. People is one unsung player. Let's put it that way. But does not command the clout that a VVD gives. Yeah. But his work rates are.
So if you look at it, so let me tell you, that defense as well is lacking. They need to add one more player. My VAR is saying they need to add one more good defender. That when Van Dijk is not available, the defender would still lead the defensive pack. Maybe Koulibaly, maybe somebody, just somebody good.
Okay. Make I ask you. You talk about Koulibaly. Okay. So what they talk now? Be say if they buy Koulibaly now, he go come the stay bench. You're going to stay bench against anytime we Van Dijk. I ask you now from what you said now.
No. Everybody go bench Joe Gomez now. Who is Joe Gomez? The only good defender there is Van Dijk. So they need one more to attach to Van Dijk, so that whenever Van Dijk is not available, then the other one will still coordinate. So they need reinforcement. They need reinforcement in that defense.
All right, thank you very much. Last caller, of course.
You know one thing. You know one thing about football. Some coach they like when they win league. When they win league like this, then people say yes, their players. If their players wouldn't sign, they're good enough. They don't believe in changing team when mistake never did. Now, when teams start to perform badly, you see a coach go start to look okay, make him find where exactly. Where the problem there, and he will buy player for that spot, you know. But so far so good. Liverpool they do well from their defense to their midfield to their attack, and that is why you see the coach Jurgen Klopp, look say one buy one big player or any player for that for a team right now. No, you don't need them right now. You know that is why. So when you see a team where they do well, you can't bring in you can't change the winning team. It's not done. Even for Nigeria League yourself, if your team, every coach get team when they used to play home match, away match. Get players in this for away match, get players in this for home match.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. With Sabi, of course, making it clear that, you actually made reference to a conventional trite or cliche that when it ain't broken, it ain't fixed. You don't need to fix it. Okay? It's a common trite, it's a common cliche, it's a common saying, it's a common word as well. Feel free to join the discussion. And the last caller, of course, says Liverpool really, of course, do need to strengthen defensively because they have their defensive peccadillos, so to speak. Do you agree or not? Do you agree with Stephen Nicole that Liverpool's defense has lost its invincibility in that regard? I mentioned defensive peccadillos and you said
I don't know with peccadillos about defense.
Defensive misdemeanor, so to speak, that needs to be sure of as well. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Okay, you are not talking. Okuk Utumobong says no, because football is all about individual combining skills together. Defense alone can't win matches. If the defense is bad, but the strikers are doing their job, for me, goals will still always go on, but then they must do a win because of the strikers. Okay, Arinze Basil says, I agree with Stephen Nicole that Liverpool has lost their defensive invincibility. Sheikh Mola says, good morning, guys. Please, we're not talking about that here. It's VAR, video assistant referee. When you get through, tell us where your VAR is made from. We're taking a look at video assistant referee. Liverpool's defense now in focus. Of course, under the radar now. Do you agree with Stephen Nicole that Liverpool's defense has lost its invincibility? Is it enough to say they have lost it? Or what premise, really, would you make such utterances or such assertions or statements at this point in time? Hello, good morning and welcome. Good morning to you. Are you sure you are using your phone or you are using someone else's phone or credit? This one that you're talking like this, speak louder, please.
Okay, good morning.
Okay.
How is the business? How is the work?
Fine, over there.
I just want to check it.
All right, thanks. Even though I would have really loved for you to react or talk about this morning. Sonny Okoye says, I disagree with him. He's wrong. I disagree. The Liverpool defense has lost its defensive visibility. James Bako says, good morning, guys. Watching you live from Lagos. Ike Oyimbo Michael says, Ike Oyimbo Michael, I guess I get it right. The only defender in that backline is Robertson. They need a rugged and effective centre back. If not, they'll keep conceding. Van Dijk is not there anymore. What do you mean? How do you mean? Good morning, sports crew. Yeah, Abbott Owochukwu says, Joseph Abambasi says, good morning, Brilla. Thank you very much. Please update me on Arsenal transfer. We're not talking about that now. We are talking about the Liverpool defense on VAR, video assistance referee, right here on your Frequency of Champions Sports Radio 009. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Sibawata.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to disagree with the man. Because Liverpool, they are team stars. Okay. They are so embedded. So they have the quality to defend any ball that comes to them. God bless you all.
Okay, it says they are so embedded, loaded, you want to say, very filled up with quality, so to speak. And as you can simply say, still very well agrees with Ivan submission that Liverpool, just like you already stated clearly, are still very much strong, impregnable, irrepressible, and watertight at the back.
Watertight. Yinka, what I know, we say, the two way me know, we say, Liverpool defense still intact.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's what you
they are
said.
still intact.
That they are still impregnable.
I don't prevent anybody, nobody to impregnate me. I just tell you, when you speak English, you know, here. Leave grammar. I don't tell you, Yinka. Leave grammar. I mean, which kind of
That's what you're saying in essence, anyway. That they are still very, very irrepressible defensively. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mario Sabi.
I agree to you. Good morning.
Yeah, this is the voice of Igwe Apostle Anthony.
You're welcome.
My VAR maybe possible to go.
Okay.
Yeah, Mario Sabi, you will not kill somebody this morning with your grammar. I agree with Mario Sabi. You know, you can't judge Liverpool by playing all these preseason matches with community sheets that play with Arsenal. The defense for me is still okay, you know. We will only judge them when the league started and then watch what will happen in the field of play. Then from there, you will know what the problem is really about. You understand? So if you are complaining about the Liverpool style of playing as of now, I don't think that is a good idea for now. Thank you. That is my advice.
Okay, thank you very much. It's really not an advice, it's a submission. And I actually said, "Man, Sabi, you will not kill them with this grammar." See now, they know that these are things he actually said. I only help you to re-echo most of
No
these things.
re-echo anything. Leave my yours. I speak my own. Leave us and speak my own. Speak your own.
Okay. All right. Well, still your frequency of champion sports radio WNW FM. Hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to VAR.
Good morning, Yinka Sport.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mario Sabi, I greet you.
I agree to you. Good morning.
If all these players, I don't know who they put, they just talk. What you bridge Liverpool defense? What you bridge them? It's still the same because to me, if for example, if Liverpool are playing Salzburg, that same man now can he bet his money? Say Salzburg will score Liverpool 2 goals. It's the top. Even the Arsenal man said that they didn't play. But I watched that match. Let me say anything really happen. Liverpool is different. It's still the same. You can't take the goal. We don't even surprise Liverpool going to the. We don't even spend the match. Any match don't be the judge. Who be Brewster? Same match already. Now Brewster go that match. Let them go to football. Because you see the apart, Van Dijk is there, Robertson is there, Arnold is there. Those guys they're believing that Matip is there, Jugomez is there. They play well. The defense is still okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. And Nida also indeed had, as a sort of an addendum, that Liverpool, of course, strive more on the attacking play and ability to control and regain ball control, especially when they lose the ball. So, on this premise, or simply say ipso facto, about this very fact, Liverpool are still very, very strong and they can still dictate the pace of a game in match situation. The only problem perhaps will surface when they play or face an ultra defensive side, which indeed they really could not scale through when they met in Atletico Madrid. All right, I hope you were the same frequency, man. Was I right? Okay, let's take you straight to this. Randy Assad says that they need another leadership at that in that back line in the defense of Van Dijk. Omame Emmanuel says, good morning, Yinka. The defense is still okay. What Liverpool need now is to strengthen the attack. Thank you very much for that. We're still very much on our Facebook fan page where we're actually doing justice to what the fans are saying. BSA Odofori says, good morning, Yinka Sport. I'm watching you from UK, London. DJ BSA Eleri of AJ City. All right. Okay. AJ City there sounds really like familiar with Maui Sami. He advocates for them there, even though at times I get threatened or scared, especially with some of his nuances as regards the way of doing things there. Emmanuel Godwin says the defense is shaky. It's been compromised by Arsenal twice and Salzburg in pre-season. Which invisibility do they have? Ikechukwu Ben says, I disagree with the legend. Liverpool defense problem has been down to parents. The person to pair VVD is Matip. Joe Gomez is not top notch. He says, like I said, Matip, yeah. He said Matip is good enough as a pair and not the other way around. Umar Babs Ahmed says, when are you guys coming back? We're actually back on radio already. Puerto Peter Maya says the defense are beginning to get weakened and tired not as compact as they used to be about a year ago. They seem to need more hands. A VR check complete. Thank you very much. Modi McBennett says there's nothing wrong. Modi McBennett, it's been a long time. So there's nothing wrong with Liverpool's defense. There's just some cobwebs in the team that they need to dust off because of lack of football activity due to COVID-19, not just in defense. If you look at the attack, it's still not sharp when they played in the Community Shield, but then with 1 or 2 matches, their sharpness will come to play. The defense is still very okay. Thank you very much, Modi McBennett. I have to indeed give you that special mention as well, a friend of the house, and thanks for your contribution. We're inching closer now to the very end of the show, getting close to the terminus, but then we can still accommodate 1 or 2 calls before we wrap things up right on the show. This point in time. Hello, good morning to you and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
I do, Bobby.
You're welcome, Bobby.
Yeah. Maybe I was from Songota.
Okay, let's listen to you.
Yes, I would agree with Man Wisabi.
Okay.
Yes, because you can't just say that Liverpool defense, in a season, it's not 1 or 2 games that will determine if you can come South ball and against Arsenal, they consider 1 or 2 goals.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. He agrees with Man Wisabi. I have to let you go because your line has become noisy and is howling back very bad. We can't hear you. But then at least I note the point where he says he agrees totally with Man Wisabi in perfect agreement or in congruent agreement, so to speak, with Man Wisabi.
Agreement. Call out what you like.
Yeah.
Where you gonna concrete?
Congruent.
Concrete.
Now
concrete you go call out also.
There's a congruency there.
Agreement.
Agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Agreement.
All right. Well, let's do one more call if possible, or we simply do justice to some comment more right here. Moses Angel says the fact that Liverpool is not doing well right now cause for concern because Joe Gomez is underperforming. That backline needs to wake up. Baba Scorer says, good morning, brother family. My man Wisabi, let me share something for you. I'm really Man United fan, but then Liverpool still need a good 100% to challenge. Again, they look 100% to challenge for next season. Okay, well, thank you very much, and that's the much on today's edition of VAR right here on your Frequency of Champions, Sports Radio W.Nabla FM. We're going for a recess as well. You have to pay the bill. Man Wisabi is indeed jogging, walking around. If you're watching on Facebook already, getting set for that point in time where it's going to indeed engage you and engage someone as well right on the show. Don't go away. More still to come. I'll be right back as well at some point in the course of the show also to still give you more right here on the Big Sport Breakfast Show.
Hey sports fans, you can now watch your favorite Brilla programs live on Android and iPhone devices anywhere you are. Download the Brilla app on Google Play Store for Android and the Apple App Store for iPhone users. Just type BRILA and look for the football with a microphone wrapped around it. Download the app and watch your favorite presenters live. What are you waiting for? Just type BRILA and look for the football with the microphone wrapped around it. Take Brilla anywhere, everywhere. Brilla, your home of the fans.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother, Donatusu, put on your mask or else. Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN, spread the message.